Good morning. Day 48. Day 48 started out a really great day with a phone call from somebody that I never expected to hear from, and that was Callie. She and Wyatt are headed towards Jordan and should be here sometime this afternoon and surprising us because I knew they were going to go on vacation and they were headed to Yellowstone. I never expected they'd take a detour through Jordan to get there. So as I said, the day started out pretty darn good. We sort of decided last night with the air filter filling up again that we've got an issue with that. So I know that worked on Jim probably all night, and I could tell that he was in one of those moods this morning because he's worried and thinking about what's wrong and what he's up against. And then we went to fill the tank with diesel fuel this morning, and the pump on the fuel tank has decided that it wants to quit. So it's just like Jim just said, when it rains it pours. But hey, it could always be worse, right? I think what we are going to do is probably try to take the time to figure out what is going on with the filter. Our pro-harvest guy, Monty, told us that there's probably a crack in the exhaust pipe. Not exhaust, but some sort of pipe that goes into or out of the air filter. I have no idea. So that's what we'll be working on before we can even get started this morning. Have an easy fix to both of our problems, possibly. Number one, I got a fuel pump ordered and it should be delivered in a week. So that's one fix to the problem. And then when I was up on top trying to help Jim just a little bit by loosening some clamps on some like rubber outside pipe sealant type, I don't know what it is, but anyways, the bolts on the clamp were not tight. So I asked Jim if they should have been harder to loosen than they were. And he said they should have been. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that that may be what the problem is rather than a cracked plastic piping and taking everything apart to figure out where it's coming from. So I'm hoping that we've got two problems that caused issues this morning easily fixed. Fingers crossed. So the spring wheat that we had left in this area, it has been decided that won't get cut, or at least we won't be cutting it, and we will be moving on to lentils, and that's where I'm headed to now, is to the field of lentils. So this will be.
When you get to the patch of lentil strips, you'll have to stop because we got to do a couple things with our vine.
Okay. We've cut lentils here before in the past. It's been a couple years ago, I believe. It must have been in the summer of 2020, possibly, maybe 2019. I know Jim's always concerned about picking up a rock, but it seems like we never had issues with that. The last time we were here, Rod's pretty good about getting the big rocks picked up out of the field, and doesn't seem to be much of an issue. My biggest concern is with the wind and the heat would be fires. That's my thought. first field we cut. So my concern for the fire situation was a justified one. And it sounds like Rod's gonna make a pass to see where we're at with moisture and whatnot, how things go, but unless things change again, we are probably done for the day.
I think when all the traffic clears, I think we'll go down to the dirt and park if we're going to let them sit today. See what happens tomorrow.
Okay. Are you going to take the tractor to where you're talking? Because if you are, I'll follow you.
Well, probably. I don't know.
Okay. Rod must have decided to park it too, huh?
Well, he couldn't get his damn rotor in low gear. He's fought it before. He says maybe somebody's trying to tell him something.
I agree. This territory is not in need of another wildfire. Especially on a day like today. Yeah. Hey, so I said earlier that I had a phone call this morning and Callie and Wyatt were coming to see us, and here they are.
We made it.
They made it, and now I'm taking them out to show them the brakes out in Bruzette area. Hopefully we don't get lost, but I knew you got to show them. I knew you didn't know. No, I do know. There's no way that we can even get lost out here, Cal. Seriously. Waiting to jump at you. Had different experiences. Did you know that I think it was Jurassic Park 2 was loosely based in what was supposed to be Hell Creek Bar?
Yeah, that's what I was told. Yeah, she told me that it was either 2 or 3.
ago.
They
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
Was it branded?
no, I don't think so. All right.
It's,
They're really pretty. Look at that little cute baby one. No. Gosh, they're pretty. It's pretty green up here. You could find you a snake out there somewhere, Wyatt.
I bet there's plenty of snakes. There's a deer down here.
Yep. Just gonna run right in front of you. No, they're just gonna run right alongside the road and
Yeah, Callie, chase him down.
so dumb. Oh my. So tonight we're having supper at the Hell Creek.
On her
You
phone.
saw that I asked Jennifer. I said I need some Hattie pics, so she
Patty
sent 'em up.
pigs.
Other pigs.
Patty pigs.
Oh, Patty.
Jared? Why were we here for Jared's wedding?
Hey, Jim and I really hope that you enjoyed today's daily update. If you did, why don't you give it a thumbs up for us? We'd like to know that. And be sure to hit the subscription button and the bell notification so that you know when the next video is up and ready to watch. Thank you, and we're so glad you're along with us for the journey.